As discussed yesterday, Bitcoin is broken above the 21 daily moving average, but do not get your socks all crusty just yet. Bitcoin now faces its biggest resistance zone yet, and as well a very important fettuccine level on these charts. But this daily chart is showing something so big, it will literally leave you begging for a blast off. And is Ethereum on the verge of absolute insanity? You know what they say, you cannot have a breakout without a middle-aged mommy makeout. I'm your host, Mary Milkers, and like Bitcoin short positions, I'm ready to get squeezed. Absolutely very big. Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to be jumping into, as Bitcoin has already broken above the 21 daily moving average, which was the key topic of our video from yesterday. And in fact, now Bitcoin faces a very big test. So is this going to be a continuation here? Has the Wyckoff predicted this perfectly? And if so, I think we all know what that means going into the month of July. Gainers, pumpage, and absolute blasting off confirmed. And as well, what is happening to Ethereum with not only Ethereum's chart looking very, very good, but something else very key with Ethereum's on-chain metrics that will surely leave you begging for more. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And without any further magoo, I think we all know what it's time for. Let's get dumped up. Wow, so guys, before we jump into these charts, take a peek at this. Ethereum's daily active addresses surpassed Bitcoin for the first time in crypto history. Okay, in the history of crypto, we have never had a coin ever flip Bitcoin in terms of its market cap, and we're really not even close. However, this is a very interesting development here, as there are a fair amount of people across the space that personally think that over the next 5-10 years, it is possible that Bitcoin could be flipped, even if only temporarily, by market cap. As Bitcoin continues to consolidate, ETH gained momentum and breached a psychological price of 2,100 and surged about 13% in 24 hours, hitting a little over 2,100 in this daily candle. And as a result, Ethereum made history by surpassing Bitcoin's daily active addresses, as acknowledged by Santiment here, on a day that saw history be made with Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin in daily active addresses for the first time. Altcoins came to play. KSN, Comp, ZIL were among many projects to make an imprint on the market, while Bitcoin ranged around 34.5. However, fast forward to today, and we are having Bitcoin actually have a nice mega move to a very key level. Ethereum breaching 2,200 as well. Just some very interesting things shaping up on these charts. And according to some TA, according to especially some of these charts, the 6-hour daily chart, and as well, we have the Wyckoff, which is predicting something very big over this next week. There's a lot going on, and in fact, these charts are screaming something very, very big. So if we just dump on in here on Bitcoin's weekly chart, I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 candles just ranging in between this $40,000 to $30,000 range for Bitcoin. Talk about sideways trading. Very similar to like the 3 months we traded sideways up here between like 50 and 60K, or more like 45 and 60K. But now we're having some more sideways as well. But on this chart, first of all, we see the MACD kind of, you see it kind of curving around a little bit, which is very interesting. I remember back here, boy, oh boy, that was kind of scary. Right around 420 blaze it when we got this kind of bearish cross here. And yes, big dumpiness did occur afterwards. But on this daily chart, this is where the juice is absolutely loose. You can see here we're now above this 21 DMA for the first time really since the middle of June. And it got pretty crazy back then. We went all the way up to above 41,000, but then crashed all the way down under 30,000 after failing to hold the 21-day. But this is that second attempt that we were talking about yesterday in these charts. And as well, guys, looks to me like we have some pretty strong bullish divergence here on this daily chart, pretty much for the last month and a half almost. So this is pretty big. We have this RSI trending upwards and the price daily chart just trending downwards with these candles closing lower and lower on the daily chart. Even though for the most part this still remains the bottom of May 19th, right around 28,000 US dollars, still pretty much the same in that regard. However, you see the daily closes kind of just getting lower and lower over the last month and a half. But we see the RSI trending upwards. So is this the first time we're about to see the first signal we're about to see a very big move to the upside over the next couple of days? As well, we have the Bitcoin shorts plummeting after that massive daily increase. Bitcoin long still very strong. DXY having a little bit of an upside move today, very interesting, as Bitcoin is doing well. But as well, we have Ethereum absolutely testing its 21-day. This could get very bullish for Ethereum. And again, Ethereum gets bullish. The entire altcoins are kind of greenlit. The entire altcoin market is kind of greenlit to absolutely start rumping to the upside as well. And if we go to Bitcoin's hourly chart, this is big, guys. So in yesterday's video, we also talked about this very important trend line that Bitcoin was about to bust through. And I said I personally think we're about to see it bust, and it's going to be a big test to see if we can break all of these key fettuccine levels, this VPVR, just volume levels of hard resistance that we've not been able to break, the horizontal resistance, golden pocket, point of control, so much stuff right in this zone. And specifically for me, like the $36,000 to $37,000 range is just absolutely huge. And again, we've just built up so much resistance there over the past month that, you know, if this breaks, hold on, because we could be absolutely going in for a nice ride. You know, a pump potentially all the way up to the $50,000 range. So this is on the 1 hour chart. Clearly, you know, we've been busting through these short-term Fibonacci fettuccine levels as well. This is, again, what I think is going to be the biggest zone, kind of what we're actually, if we zoom in here, you can see for the past, what is this, like 5 hours, we've kind of closed just outside of it over and over again. So you can see that on the shorter time frames. Again, very big level, I think. If we go to the 4 hour chart, same thing here, guys, kind of approaching this golden pocket level here. We have the point of control right exactly where we are on this 4 hour chart as well. A lot of resistance above us, okay? So I don't think it's going to be easy, but we have a very nice opportunity, as bulls currently have momentum, to absolutely thrust and bust through these charts. And as well, on the 6 hour chart, guys, we did get greenlit breaking above the 50. As we talked about yesterday, it took multiple 6 hour candles. We did break above it, and you see where we're facing a little resistance right now, kind of the top of this channel. These 5 horizontal levels, are 5 horizontal ranges, are the most critical for Bitcoin, in my opinion. These 5 ranges right here, we talked about them in length yesterday. But we're on our third one now, which I personally think is the biggest range to break before deciding any momentum. And we have the 200 moving average here on the 6 hour chart coming up in a little bit, right around 38.5. Will we get there? Remains to be seen, but I think Bitcoin has a really good shot. As again, this is a good illustration of us breaking out of this month-and-a-half long descending channel here. Okay, the bulls have a shot right here. Okay, over the next couple of days, I do think it is very likely that Bitcoin is going to gain some momentum. Are we going to have a back test at some point? Absolutely, we always do. We could see something like that, but just very important to watch over the next 24 to 36 hours or so. But again, Bitcoin has a lot of work to do. This $37,000 range right here is just going to be so big to determining if Bitcoin can truly bust here. But on this daily chart, this is a very good move. Breaking above the 21 day is a very critical task. You can see last time we did that, we kind of stretched up, got a little above it. We held there for multiple days, fell below it, and then bounced up. Ultimately, then we fizzled and sizzled out. Okay, after fizzling and sizzling out, we went all the way back down below 30. So we want to be careful here. I don't think we're just going to immediately bust up to 50K out of nowhere. This is a really important level right here, so it's going to take time, I think. But I think the bulls have a very, very good chance this week, and especially going into the weekend, to really prove some very bullish momentum here. I think for the most part, the bears really are kind of exhausted. They spent the last month and a half doing everything they can to crash Bitcoin to 20K sub 20K and failed, okay? Everyone was screaming, what are you, some kind of idiot? Of course it's going below 20K. Lo and behold, guys, fast forward. I mean, we haven't seen that, okay? We haven't seen that yet. Could it still happen? Sure. Also, the earth could explode, but I'm not taking any bets on any of that. Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, chase me these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. If you guys are interested in hardware wallets, or if you're interested in TA, trading, bonuses, anything like that, make sure to check out the description below. And I think Bitcoin's just in a really interesting spot right now. Finally, we have the chance to get out of this boring sideways accumulation. The Wyckoff is on our side right now, according to a lot of people as well. Again, I don't know how much faith should be placed into it. It has been pretty accurate over the past month and a half as well, but this is just a very important level. As we talked about, I think it was last week, we had a video about phase D of the Wyckoff. It was one of these videos here. Is this phase D? But without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.